Merry Christmas to all. Early Happy New Year as we wrap up the annual Fantasy Football of Woodbury Association Incorporated League. It is over. We have a winner. We have a lot of fun facts. Today we are sponsored by snow. We are sponsored by snow. It's everywhere. I don't know what we got. 6 to 8 inches last night. Tremendous. We're going to start off with some fun facts. There were 5 matchups determined by less than 1 point over the season. In week 9, Julia edged Max 108.66 to 108.50. Week 2, Julia again beat Fred 110.34 to 110.12. Week 6, Bobby beat Rachel 116.18 to 115.90. Week 12, Grayson defeated Max on the downside of these, 116.78 to 116.02. And then lastly, Bobby in week 3, way back in week 3, 96.16 over Mark, 95.32. It just shows you these games turn on anything. Sometimes not fair. The highest scoring matchup of the entire season. Here's a few of them. Week 12, Mark beat Josh, 164.36 to 133.44 for a total of 297.80. That's your number one highest matchup of the year. Week 15, JR 151.68 over Nick, 141.74 for a total of 293.42. And then the last one I'm going to mention in week 9, Mark over Nick, 166.22 to 124 even for 290. The lowest scoring matchup was week 11, if you remember. Josh had 79.10, not even trying, versus Danny 31.82. There are players that get more than that in a week.
But I was not even trying.
You were not even trying. For a total of 110.92. I got socks that old. Here we go. There were 190 individual scores this season. Scoregamis, in other words.
No. Well,
No.
Sure, yeah.
This total matchup would lose to 97 of them. I don't understand that stat, but we're going with it.
Every individual score,
Yes.
our combined score that week,
Yes.
would have lost to over half of them.
That's something. And I was very good in statistics. This season... Come back. This season, we collectively started 217 players. I say we, I don't mean me. And 29 defenses. 3 defenses that were never played. Take a guess. I'll give you a minute. And we're back. Bears, Giants, and Titans. Actually, this week might not be a bad week if we were still playing to play the Giants because both teams are tanking the game. The Bills, Cardinals, Chargers, Cowboys, Rams, Steelers, Texans, and Vikings D were all used by 3 different managers. So use, cut, pick them up, shake them up. Quarterbacks, 33 unique quarterbacks. Josh started 5 of them. Nobody started less than 2, not even Danny. Running backs, 57 unique. Nick started 8 different running backs. Danny and Grayson started 3. That's not a lot to get through a season. Wide receivers, there were 70 unique. Nick, JR, and Mark started 8. Josh and Max started 5. 31 unique tight ends. JR started 6. Grayson, Rachel, Nick, and Danny started 2. Only 2. They must have had health. Kickers, 26 of them. Julia, Mark, and JR started 4. 7 of the teams only used 2 kickers. Defense and special teams, there were 29 unique. Josh and Nick started 9. Danny only started 1, the Lions, and that's because he forgot that he had a defense.
Correct.
In week 12, this is in bold. This just in. In week 12, Bobby started nobody in the wide receiver slot. Nobody.
Empty. It said empty.
Empty. Big Dog. This is the week we just had. Big Dog, Julia. 144.20 versus the many E's of Danny, 56. Julia, high scorer was Bijan Mustard Robinson, 29.80, and Drake May, 23.70. Danny, it just says lost. Lost. I don't, you're saying he is lost or they lost the game?
Oof.
Let's
Up for
move on.
interpretation.
Move on. The Blue Gentlemen of Barron, 115.66 versus the Watertown Wallabies, 70-10. Barron led by Jared Goff, 26 and change. Saquon Barkley, 21-20. Fred led by Zay Flowers. Very nice name. 21-20. Same exact score as Barkley. Seahawks D, -4. Jamali and me, Rachel, defeated the Emerald football team of Max, 171-20 to 98. Rachel led by Chase Brown, 32-90, and Brock Purdy, 30-90. Brock Purdy, last player drafted in his...
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Doesn't make sense.
System
by
TV.
Ashton Genty, who's really had a nice rookie season, 31-80.
think
Spank victim Grayson over Obelisk Bob, 102-42 to 56-88. I think Bobby mailed this one in. Grayson, led by George Pickens, 26, and JT, Jonathan Taylor, 16-90. Bobby led by Jalen Waddle, 12-20. Can't be led by 12-20. Torrey Horton, here's a who of Nick, 133-40, defeated Thank You Rex. Mark, 101-96. Nick led by Justin Herbert and Derrick Henry. They had a lot of points. Mark led by Jameer Gibbs.
It's true.
I'm winding down. Championship game, and it was a battle. Pikachu of JR defeated Another Day of Sun God Josh, 132-82 to 129-92. Difference of 2.90 points. 10th closest game of the entire season. On Thursday night, little summary here. Puka Nacua had a monster game.
What'd you call him?
Puka Nacua.
Sure.
Puka Nakua. Pikachu had a monster game, putting up 46.5 points. Let me tell you, on the personal level, he had a really bad week. A little insensitive, but on the field, lit it up. I think his brother also said something.
He stole a car.
JR's team also had a strong 26-40 from James Cook III and 18 points from Devon Achane. Those were his top 3 picks. Health is wealth. JR was let down by Dalton Kincaid, who received 1 foul target and recorded 0.00, and I believe he played the whole game. Josh's team was bolstered by a strong performance from Jalen Warren, 29-10, DJ Moore, 29-90. It's getting chilly out here. Josh was down 27 points going into Monday Night Football, with George Kittle being his only remaining player. Catch this. After putting up 24.50 points with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter, he had a huge first half. Kittle sprained his ankle, was ruled out. I saw many tweets on the old computer. People who had bet on Kittle begging for them to put him back in. Was not to be. They had the game well in hand. There was no reason to. Josh was let down by Jackson Dart. That's putting it lightly. Who threw 33 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Jackson Dart's total point ended at 0.02. That's impossible. Which basically is the same as 0.00, mathematically. So congratulations to JR. You are the champion of the Woodbury League of 2025. Mazel tov, beautiful. Scoring breakdown. Highest scoring team of the year was Rachel. Low scoring team
That's the week. That's the week.
Of the week. We'll edit that. Lowest scoring team, Danny. High scorers, a quarterback, Purdy. Running back, Chase Brown. Receiver, Nakua. Tight end, Kittle, even with the 1/4 missed. Defense, the Saints. And kicker, Fairburn. Josh had the last 3 of those. Rachel had the top 2. JR in the middle. Full season scoring leaders. Here we go. Full season. Quarterback, Josh Allen of Fred. 341.44. He'll probably win the MVP, in my opinion. That's just me. Running back, Jameer Gibbs. 340.20. That was on Mark's team. JR had Puka Nakua. Getting a lot of props in this video. 333.30. Come on. Tight end, Trey McBride of Nick. 278.80. Interesting to look at that. That's a big drop off from the other positions.
Only counting weeks they started. So if they were on the bench, I didn't count those numbers. I ran the numbers.
You ran the numbers. Those you ran the numbers. Defense, special teams was Fred Seahawks, who had a terrible week this past week. 161, and the kicker was Chris Boswell of Nick, 130. Just interesting how low the tight end scored in comparison to the. Good to know for next year's draft. Don't overvalue the tight end position. Now it's time for the awards ceremony, wrapping up the year. In 12th place, Danny gets the Lump of Coal Award. Even though he did win one game more than Max, he gave up on the season, and that's despicable. 11th place, Julia gets the John Travolta Award. Julia had the largest blowout of the season, was in week 12, 140-16 to 18.74 by Danny. Julia also won the closest game of the season in week 9, 108-66 to 108-50 by Max. In 10th place, Fred gets the Iron Curtain Award. Fred Seahawks led the league in defense, special teams, points 5 different weeks, as my frostbit fingers will attest. In 9th place, Barron gets the Participation Trophy Award. I spent a week compiling every stat I could. That should say Josh spent a week. I did. There was truly nothing great or awful about Barron's year. In fact, it's almost impressive this way. More impressive, the Participation Trophy Award. 8th place, Max gets the Mr. Consistent Award. Max had the lowest standard deviation across all managers, 12.1. You should see the graph. In 7th place, Rachel gets the Burj Khalifa Award. Burj?
Yeah.
Rachel's team had the highest floor of everybody.
Get it?
Yes, with
Highest
her lowest scoring week being 94-36. Nobody else's worst week was even above 90. Low floor. 6th place, Bobby gets the Big Kahuna Award. Bobby had the single highest scoring week of the season in week 5 with a 178-56. 5th place, Grayson gets the Scoring Champion Award. Grayson led the league in average points during the regular season, 127-94. In 4th place, Mark gets the Rex Award. We enjoyed seeing your creative team names every week. Well done, well done. In 3rd place, Nick gets the I'm a Believer Award. Nick started the same kicker every week, except the bye, leading Chris Boswell to become the league's leading rostered scoring kicker this year. Nice going. 2nd place, Josh does not get an award. He's writing the script, and it feels a little self-indulgent already. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Woodbury Invitational champion is J.R. Lucera. He gets an actual trophy. Guys, it's been a blast. Until maybe next year, who knows? Life is unpredictable. But let's hang in there, watch the actual real playoffs coming up soon, and enjoy that. And well done, everybody. Thank you. Danny says maybe next year. Okay.